On behalf of the management and the board of directors, I would like to thank the bank, AMSA Bank, for this donation of the masks. As you know, we have been gazetted as a treatment center, so we are on the front line, and this donation will help us keep our health workers safe. So we want to thank you and say that it's going to go a long way, both for the front line health workers and also for other workers in this hospital.
We're really here at Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital as part of our broader commitment to the Ministry of Health to support the efforts of the fight against COVID-19 with personal protective equipment. We just brought a small token to KU Teaching and Referral Hospital of 1,000 KN95 masks and 20,000 3-ply masks. As a brand, it's really our pleasure to, in a very small way, support the collective effort, because we understand that that this fight can only be won if more people collaborate, more companies collaborate, and this for us is a small token, and hopefully it will go towards meeting some of the needs here at KU Teaching and Referral Hospital.
We would like to thank the team here very much for having us and being able to do the work that they're doing and being able to support the country as we manage the pandemic that is currently facing us. We know we shall overcome. We know a lot of people are going through challenges. We know a lot of people are having difficulties, and we are there with you to make sure that we manage and bring this to a successful close.
Simplify your life with Absa One account with no minimum balance or maintenance fees. Unsecured loans with a high limit for up to 7 years. Guaranteed cashback on swipe transactions. SMS 1 to 22268 to sign up. That's Absa. That's Africanacity.
Hello, my name is Andrew Chakava, Investment Director at the Gresham Michelle Trust, to co-lead the institution's gender lens investing strategy. We're so glad to have you here today, this afternoon. The vision of the Gresham Michelle Trust is to nurture caring societies that value social justice to promote and protect the rights of women and children. In 2020, the Gresham Michelle Trust marks its 10-year anniversary by launching the Expanding Equality Initiative, which aims to catalyze and drive collective action that advances women's active roles and contributions in the economy and fast-track the realizations of children's rights with an emphasis on girls. It is, however, a year where the globe faces an unprecedented crisis of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has crippled economies and directed global attention to saving lives and shored up strained health systems in responding to the pandemic. Now, more than ever, the tenets of this vision resonate strongly at a time when globally the world has literally been flipped over as we fight through this COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on the social and economic life in the present, and eventually as we course to a time of recovery and post-recovery period in the future. We are delighted to partner with Absa Bank to provide support to small and medium enterprises, just to provide the necessary advice in what is a challenging period that is unprecedented with no clear end in sight. I would now like to hand over to Elizabeth Wasuna, co-creator and co-host, who is the Business Banking Director at Absa Kenya PLC.
Thank you very much, Andia. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us in today's session. Today's session is a third SME webinar that we are hosting and a joint arrangement with the Gresham Michelle Trust. Thank you very much for being able to log in. We do appreciate that it can be busy, but we do understand that, joining in to listen to this very interesting topic that we're going to be discussing, it's something that we think will be beneficial to both yourselves and us as a bank. First and foremost, I just hope that you're all keeping safe and that all of you are observing the preventative guidelines issued by the Ministry of Health, because your health is really important to us. As partners, we need to take care of each other's health. For those who are joining us from our last webinar, which was on leadership in crisis, welcome back. We look forward to having a very interactive session today. Also, I want to thank our panelists, Linda Onyango from the CEO of SME Support Center. Thank you very much for joining us. And Dr. Wilmot Allen, founder and MD of Venture Lift Africa. Thank you very much for joining us. As I make my opening comments, I just want to ask that this be an interactive session, that you feel that you can at least come out of this with something that is useful, that will edify you, that will provoke your thoughts in being able to tackle this very interesting topic, which is business continuity planning. It is the basis of everything that we're doing right now. Getting this right would mean that you have gotten at least 1 or 2 steps ahead. During these difficult times, we are so committed as a bank, Absa Bank Kenya PLC, to continue playing our role as a leading financial institution in our country. But even more importantly, we remain resolute in helping our customers navigate through these difficult times presented by COVID-19 pandemic. SME businesses remain an integral part of our customer portfolio. We recognize that they are the backbone of the economy, constituting 98% of all businesses in Kenya. It's a big number, 98% of all businesses in Kenya. And this goes on to employ 14.9 million Kenyans, contributing 3% of Kenya's GDP. So we cannot take this for granted. Unfortunately, SMEs have been hard hit by this pandemic, but we are dedicated to continue working with you to ensure that you're able to sustain your businesses despite the prevailing circumstances. As you may already know, we as a bank have reviewed our credit terms and have communicated the same, and we continue to develop various options and solutions that we believe will cushion our customers against the financial difficulties presented by this pandemic. For instance, our business and personal customers are eligible for 3 months repayment relief, which is extendable up to 12 months upon application. This allows you to have cash flows to deal with your basic things like payment of salaries, as we see how the COVID situation will progress. Hopefully, it will not progress much longer. In addition, we have extended a credit life for 3 months with no additional costs. We have further waived all access charges to our business banking, our platform, an online platform, our Absa integrator, that enables customers, especially business customers, to transact real time wherever it is comfortable, as opposed to exposing yourself by coming out of your offices and your homes. Additionally, we are in to help the small and medium-sized enterprises to meet their obligations. So as a bank, we felt the need to step out and also put out our DNA there, saying that we do support businesses, our SMEs. And in this case, we're talking about SMEs who are our suppliers and distributors as well. And our commitment to them has been initially to say that any invoices supplied to Absa Bank will be paid within 14 days. And those that are less than 1 million shillings is paid within 7 days. And this is something that we feel is important to allow our businesses and our SMEs that support us as a bank to be able to thrive and continue to operate their businesses as usual. Another thing that we have done, and it shows our commitment to the industry, is to waive fees that we charge for our digital and cashless transactions to encourage our customers to avoid cash transactions. I think all of us are aware of the exposure that we put ourselves with using cash, and therefore we're trying as best as we can to allow you to go cashless, and our teams are on the ground to have these conversations with yourself to ensure that you can go as cashless as possible. Why are we doing this? It is because we believe our customers' success is ours, and therefore our future together is important. We know that while this pandemic has caused massive disruption to most businesses, we are hopeful that you will overcome this, and together we can see to the end of to growing our business and our economy. It is really important to keep going, and if anything, this is to show that one of the things that we've done as a bank also is to be to figure out what can we do during this period to enable us to work more efficiently, and for us going digital as today to reach out to yourselves as customers, to have this interaction as partners is very important to us. We continue to collaborate with like-minded organizations like Gracia Machel Trust, Strathmore's Business School, USIU, to offer strategic advisory services and pass on these conversations to SMEs all around. This webinar, as we are continuing today, is our third one, as I've mentioned. We have 5 more to go, and these are basically centered on 3 pillars: technical support, self-help, and leading you through this change. So we do look forward to our continuous engagement. And like I said at the beginning, if there's anything that we want you to get out of this, to be provoked, to know that you're supported, and we are here to partner with you through this pandemic. Thank you very much, and welcome to this most interactive conversation.